figures, right? And we are very proud to have you here. I'm not going to make what I say lengthy because we have a nice long program for you, but no, not really. But at this time, if you will please face toward the door, and we will have the presenting and posting of the colors.
You're glad to sing.
I'm not singing. They don't want me to sing. Okay, internet.
Why don't you talk to the library?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we need
This is why we need broadband.
broadband. Yes, we need broadband.
We hope she be a
I'm
coming.
trying to get this song up.
Well, when I taught fourth grade, my fourth graders knew this song, but that's been many years ago.
This guy over here knows the song.
We got somebody that starts
Oh, say, can you see my dawn's early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose dark stripes on bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, if we have come to attention and salute, pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Guard, we post the colors. You may be seated.
Good evening. As I was coming in, I stood there and I listened as we recited the pledge. I began to wonder, do we really think about what we're saying? I pledge allegiance. Me, pledge, I make a vow. Allegiance, I will stand with others. To the flag of the United States of America. I don't care what anybody says, it's the greatest nation in the world. People are trying to get in Nobody's trying to get out. We're the greatest nation in the world. We have our problems, but we're the greatest nation in the world. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible. If you don't think we're indivisible, just let somebody try to fight us, try to invade our country, and they'll find out we're indivisible. Yes, we squabble, we have our differences, but we are strong. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for some, no, for all. For all. So I hope the next time you recite that pledge, you think about those words. Sunday will be Veterans Day. And I'm proud to have served for this country. But right now, I would like to recognize every veteran from every branch of the military. Would you please come forward? And if you will, tell us your name, branch of service, when you served, and rank achieved.
David J. Wood, Air Force, Tech Sergeant, and I served from 1989 to 2009.
Martin Schaefer, Staff Sergeant, Air Force, Radar Operator from 66 to 72.
Lindley Barton, Staff Sergeant from 1981 to 1986, Schofield Barracks, Hawaii.
Yeah, Rick Riddle, Air Force Colonel, 1984 to 2004.
Rick outranks us all. Just stay there just a second, gentlemen. But you know, those who stay home serve as well. So right now, I'd like for every spouse of every veteran here tonight, stand up. If you're the spouse of a veteran, stand up. We want to recognize you. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much.
And now, hey Keith, you're on, big boy. Oh yeah, excuse me. Pardon me, I've been corrected. Jason, Mayor Keith, no, I'm kidding. Jason, go on back here and do what you're doing, will you? Jason, excuse me, but you're on now. Will you come on up and do your thing? I'm sorry, folks.
Now, really, how am I going to come up after that? I mean, you guys were excited about going and eating some good food, and then, oh, by the way, the mayor's coming up. But anyway, but thank you, Martin. And I also am excited about the food that we're about to eat. Pete's Place always does a fantastic job. These guys are rock stars, very good. But thank you all for coming out this year for the B&P Banquet. You guys have been around, what, Marilyn, you said 28 years? 28 years. That's amazing that an organization can stay together that long and accomplish as much as the B&P has in this county. So hats off to all of the current members and all the former members. Excellent job all the way around. And I was honored enough to be the Man of the Year one year, and also my dad, the late J.M. Bailey, was the Man of the Year as well, at the first father-son team, I believe. So, you know, I miss my dad every day, but things like this, he really enjoyed, and it was an honor to him and an honor to me too. So I appreciate everything that the B&P does for this county, and what all of you all do for the county. And it's wonderful here today to honor Gail and Rick, two wonderful members of the community that go above and beyond in everything that they do, and we appreciate that. So again, thank you B&P for everything you do, and thanks to all of you for coming out today. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, part of being president or chairman of the board now, is that you get to make those executive decisions. And so we're about to have an executive decision. It's one of those that it's not on your agenda, but I was involved with a phone call today and I just couldn't pass up the opportunity. We have a young man who is a former teacher, recently former teacher at our high school, who has now taken a position for all East Tennessee. And it's a position that is going to impact Union County and put us at the forefront, thank you very much, of something where we can be extremely proud, and that is with our career and technical education. So I'm going to introduce Danny Satterfield. Most of you know him, but he has a new position, and he's going to take just a couple of minutes because we didn't want this opportunity to pass by, and we wouldn't be able to get him on a program until January, and we got to have him out and about before the holidays. And he has a date, and he can tell you about his date.
Yes, I'd like to take a few seconds to thank Ms. Toppins for inviting me and to say surprise. Here I am talking to you guys. And it's probably just as much a surprise to me as it is you guys. I called earlier and I was like, I would love to come and sit in on a meeting or two and kind of talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing and what the state's doing and what we're trying to do with career and technical and with really all post-secondary industry and secondary initiatives. And she says, hey, great opportunity tonight at 7 o'clock, if you would, come and say a few words. And I'm like, all right, sounds great to me. But like she said, about 4 weeks ago, I was working at Union County High School, and I've been there in some form or fashion as I was thinking about talking to Brian Schaffner, our CT director, the other day. In 2001, I started coaching football in Union County, and I've been here over 16 years in some form or fashion. And about 8 years ago, I started teaching, and it was interesting. I graduated from LMU, and I was asked, where do you think are some schools that are on your list of places that you want to teach? And I had one. There was no other school that I was going to go to but Union County, and it was just something that I just knew, and I was blessed to get the opportunity to come here, and it was a great honor to teach at Union County. And I've got some former students here, and it's just one of those. Union County is a wonderful place to live, and it's a wonderful place to work, and it's some of the greatest people that I've met. And I'm a little biased because I'm one of them, but it's just been an honor. And about 4 weeks ago, I was called with an opportunity to start work with the Tennessee Board of Regents. As I tried to explain my title earlier, and I don't know if they had a contest on the longest title someone can have, but I think whoever turned it in won. But I'm officially the East Tennessee Pathways Regional Coordinator, and I will be working with all counties in the ECD region of East Tennessee. So there's 16 counties with 20 districts, and I have 2 districts in the Northeast that I'll also be working with. But one of the exciting things that I get to do is I get to work with industry partners, I get to work with post-secondary partners, and I am a voice for K-12 as we start lining up our educational initiatives that as kids come into school and they have pathways, say they want to be a welder, say they want to be a carpenter, really whatever it is that they want to be, and we're expanding outside of the CT as well, then we're going to have a pathway for them, and we're going to work really hard to make sure that we help them along that way so they can be successful and they can go ultimately to their careers. Because oftentimes we see our students we see our students leave high school and where to then, and there's a lot of what's next, and we want to help them along the way so they can ultimately get to these. So I get the pleasure of working with other secondary folks, but also with the post-secondary and with the industry too. And I just wanted to come tonight and talk to you a little bit about that, introduce myself in my new role, and to really say thank you to Union County and thank you to all of you guys. I was hoping pray that I can represent not only Union County but East Tennessee and our path to making this a successful journey because our kids deserve it. Thank you.
He's so new that he doesn't have cards yet.
I almost messed up and didn't introduce my date, but this is my little girl, Ella. She's going to be 6 years old. And she heard that I was coming to a meeting, and she just had to get dressed up and come with me. And
Oh,
it's
is
such
that-
a beautiful date, I couldn't pass that up.
We are glad to have you, Ella. And as soon as he gets cards, he's going to pass them to me, and we'll see that they get out and around. Also, if you are with an organization and you would like to have Danny come and speak, he's more than willing to do that. So.
And now since Jason and Danny have done their things, it's now Keith's turn. Is he back there?
Well, no, it's a mini auction.
He's going to do it.
Oh, it's
He's going to do the first two items, and here he comes, our auctioneer, Keith. He's going to do 2 items. And Shantae is our Vanna. So pay close attention to Vanna.
And everything is tax deductible. Remember that.
You want me to?
Guys, I would like to tell you something before I start, if you don't mind. I'm a colleague of Mr. Satterfield, and I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If there's anyone that's ever come out of this county that cares about the kids any more than that guy, I promise you I've not seen him. He is going to represent this county, he's going to represent this state, and he's going to put us on top of the CTE division. He wants to put these kids to work. I've seen him do it, and it's amazing. And if you would, please give him another hand, because he is out for the kids now. He really is.
About 50 years ago.
I'm trying to be, I blame my parents, really.
I was going to say, Eddie was too busy doing cards. This is a set of white cedar coasters that came from the same guys, Steve Walker and Martin Schaefer. And then this is an assortment of wines. It's not from Seven Springs because we have others that are Seven Springs tonight. So this is kind of a mixture of Tennessee and Georgia.
Okay, not from Seven Springs, not from Seven Springs. What do you give me? 10 cents. How'd I do, Rick? I got you back, buddy. I've got you back. I got you back.
But now there is some Stonehouse in here, so that is a good one.
20 cents.
Okay, 15. 15. Who'll give me 15? Cents or dollars are we talking? Now, we're on the cents, no. $15. We got 15 now. Would you give me 20? 20. We got 15 now. 20. 17.50. 17.50. We got 15 now. 17.50 now. 20. 17.50 now. 20. 20 now. Would you give me 20? 17.50 now. 20. 20. To give me 20. 17.50. We got 20 now. 17.50. Once, twice. 17.50 now. 20.
25.
25. Hey, there you go. You guys are testing my mathematical skills here. 25 now and 750. 27.50. 27.50. You got 25. 27.50. 27.50 now and 30. 30 to give me 30. 30. 27.50. 30. 30. 27.50. 30. 27.50. Come on, honey. I know you're thinking about it.
Nobody else gonna have that.
20. Who will loan this lady some money? It's $2.50. 27.50. Give me 30. 27.50. Hey, now we got 32.50. 32.50. Golly, I didn't know I was this good at math. 35. 35, 32.59, 35, 35, 32.50. Once, twice, 32.50.
Pretty good for starting off.
I'll be here all week. Actually, just up the road.
I have the cutest little Santa Claus, or no, snowman.
I think she's already been sampling the line.
It's bottled up somewhere. This is from Brenda Sweet Commercial Bank.
Brenda Sweet Commercial Bank. Door wreath, correct?
Yes.
How about 20 bucks on the door wreath? That's entirely too cheap, but we'll start out at 20. Who'll give me 20? 20 bucks, we got 20 back here now, 22 and a half. 22 and a half, half, give me a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, we got 20, 22 and a half. 22 and a half, give me 22 and a half, we got 29, 22 and a half. 22 and a half, give me 22 and a half. Well, let's see, 22 and a half, we got 20 back here, 22 and a half. 22 and a half, now 25. We got 22 and a half, we got 25, now 25, now 27 and a half. To give me 27 and a half, 27 and a half, now 30. 30 to give me 30, 30, we got 27 and a half, now 30. 30 to give me 30, 27 and a half, now 30 to give me 30, 30, now to be at 30, 30. Hey, to give me 30, 27 and a half, now 30, 30, 30, now we got 32 and a half. 2 and a half, half to give me a half, half, we got 30, now 2 and a half. 32 and a half, we got 32 and a half, now 5. 5 to give me 5, 35, 35, yeah, don't grit your teeth, pay for it. 35, 35, we got 32 and a half, now 35, 35, now 7 and a half. 7 and a half, give me a half, half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 35, now 7 and a half. 37 and a half, now 40. 40, 40, you're gonna wear her teeth out.
Come on now, come on.
40, 40, now we got 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, we got 40 now, 42 and a half. 42 and a half, give me 42 and a half, 42 and a half, now 5. 5, 8, give me 5, 5, now give me 5, we got 42 and a half, now 5. 8, give me 5, 5, now.
Brad, no.
It's just $2.50, Brad.
Please say Blakely.
You want to do it? You want to do it? No.
42 and a half, now 45. 42 and a half, 42 and a half, now 45. 45, 45, hey, give me 45. 42 and a half, 42 and a half once. Those, sorry, I fit into the community. Tres, es sold. 42 and a half.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. And for those that don't know what the Union County Business and Professionals do, we have a prayer breakfast once a year, and it goes to the Union County Charities, Under the Tree, the library, just a whole bunch of good stuff. But that's what the prayer breakfast benefits. We also do a scholarship golf tournament. Over the years, it's raised over $99,000 since we've been doing it. $99,000 in scholarships for the high school kids. Candidate forum, which is when we have elections, all the candidates come here and you have a chance to talk to all the candidates and see what they're running for, what the goods and what's the bads, and who's telling lies and who isn't. And the Veteran and Emergency Workers Tribute. The September meeting focuses on giving them credit for what they do. The Adopt a Road project, the business and professional claims from Brenda's Bank all the way up here down to the co-op. Do that about 4 times a year. And then of course the annual banquet, and that's what we do. And that's mainly what we do. We do a lot of goodies that nobody ever even knows about. And as far as I know, Gail, I think we're ready for Gail. There's Gail. But we really do thank you guys for being here. We love y'all.
I too want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And for those of you that don't know, when they said that anything you buy at the auction is tax deductible. That's because 100% of our auction goes to Union County Business and Professional Association charities. And that money goes straight into the students of Union County. We fund scholarships every single year to those students. So all of your money stays right here, and all the auction items in its entirety, all that money goes straight into those scholarships. And this is my favorite part of the night. Honestly, even if I ever gave up treasurer of Business and Professionals Association, I don't know that Marilyn and Martin could stop me from doing this. Because in my opinion, and I think Rick will agree with me on this as well, if we're going to be a part of this community and we're going to ask the community to support our businesses, we need to be about supporting this community. And I'm so proud of the work that Business and Professionals Association does, because we don't just sit around and have meetings in our suits and ties and are all stuffy. We get out in the community and we work. And again, this is my favorite time of the night, because I get to present some money. And those of you all that know me know I don't like to give away money. But all of these are very, very worthy causes. All of this money for these charities stays right here in Union County. And the first one that we will present tonight is to Union County Children's Charities Incorporated. And I say that big long name and people look at me like, what in the world is that? Well, that is known as Under the Tree. And our chief elf, Gina, couldn't be with us tonight, but I will get that check to her, and that is a check in the amount of $100 to benefit, again, the Under the Tree program. If you're not familiar with that, please go to Food City, Okies Pharmacy. I'm going to miss some of these. Brenda, I think you all have a tree at Commercial Bank. Janet's Hair and Tan has a tree. Please go get an ornament. Doesn't cost a whole lot to do that, but really supports some very needy families, some very deserving kids here at Christmas time. Our second check that I have to present tonight is to the Friends of the Maynardville Public Library and Miss Shantae. We always support the library because, again, you know, you think about the library, you think about kids, but there's so much more to what the library does than just support our kids. Although she does a wonderful job with that, it's a great resource to our community. The next check I have to present, this club has been around for a long time. The Union County chapter is relatively new, but they have been able to do some amazing stuff with children's eyesight and getting vision tested and things like that. So I would like to present to the Union County Lions Club a check, and Miss Brenda Sweet is here to accept that check. I have another check here tonight, and that is to the UT Extension on behalf of the Union County 4-H. We don't have a representative here tonight. For those of y'all that may not know, Miss Shannon DeWitt, who is usually our representative, has a new baby. And I think that baby is starting to wear her out. So she's had some sleepless nights and things like that, so she couldn't be with us tonight. Also, not only do we present these checks, coming up in December, we're going to have a joint meeting held here at the Senior Center. And it's with the Retired Teachers Association, it's with the Union County Senior Citizens, and the Business and Professionals Association.
Tuesday, December 11th.
And that's Tuesday, December the 11th. The program will start here at noon. And we will have either the middle school or high school band. It's the middle school band is going to come and perform for us, and we will present them with a check that day. Also, we have already supported here the Union County Senior Center. Miss Melanie is back there. They're always such a big help to us, and we always want to give back to them however we can. Martin already touched on a little bit our golf tournament. If you play golf, we want to invite you out to that, because let me tell you, it is the most fun you will have either working the tournament or playing golf. We have such a good time, and I want to invite you out. Be looking for the dates on that. It is held sometime in May, and I don't think that date has been finalized, but it is at Three Ridges over just across the Knox County line.
We're getting close to chow. If Father Steve would come up here and guide us in that direction, we'd appreciate it. Father Steve, a big part of our community. I mean, this guy is fantastic.
Thank you. No, I just was going to mention, last time I saw Ashante, she was as Miss Ursula. So, I don't know, I like the Vanna White outfit very much. I do want to introduce a new member of our community. He just came back from 2 weeks of studying in Mexico, but he was born in Kenya, and he's been in the United States since, what, 2013. So this is Deacon Richard Tobaso, and he will be ordained a priest in April, and he'll be permanently in our community as his first assignment. So we want to welcome Deacon Richard. You gotta teach him Tennessee, though. He doesn't quite know the accent. So let's just take a moment to call upon God's great blessings upon us. Dear Lord Jesus, each of us come here with many items in our heart. We are grateful, sometimes we're worried, sometimes we're disappointed, but we come here tonight to celebrate life, to celebrate what the business people can do for our society and for one another, to have great fellowship, and to give back to the community. We ask you, Lord, now to bring down your Holy Spirit upon this group, to bless our meeting, bless our entertainment, bless our recognition of those who give, and bless the food that's before us. Bless all of those who work to make this happen, from the fields, to the packers, to the preparers, to the cooks, to everyone who's a part of this, that we may enjoy and have great food and have great life. Remember those who are without. Remember the poor throughout our world and our society, those who are suffering, and that we may find little ways to relieve their ways through our prayer, through our missions, and through this association. Bless the food. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
You may proceed. Keith's ready. He said, come on, let's go on and go through the line. Is it both sides, Keith? Both sides, two sides, so let's go on right on through.
You look so much like a first time in the back. Yeah, you look a lot like her.
We all go back to Noah, so.
Yeah. She looks a lot. Charlie. He's a nice guy.
I had a transplant a few years ago. Oh, wow. Hit everybody up.
My boss has got to have one the first one in January.
Hey, buddy.
Oh!
He does.
He does. It's our cousin.
Long lost cousin. Takes to get, I'm sure it's not.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, How many kids have you had? Probably. Yeah, my mom said I don't know why it's not going to actually. Yes. Yeah.
My wife was about 2 years ago. Maybe 4 years ago. It's wrong now. 4 or 5. But I had a transplant 3 years ago. So I lost both kidneys and my knees was attacked. I walked above it. Church that way, with the transfer. And 2 weeks later, I had
Well, that gives me a little chills. That really does. But it gives you a couple chills.
This was all teary guy. How me and my wife said, how do you say thank you? I just like thank you. There's no words to express what it really means. And he said, basically, I do. I know that and that's exactly what I need to hear, to know that you take this up to If I hadn't heard that, I was probably always second guess. But when I heard that, I agreed. I knew the answer. You know they haven't been expected. Not at all. But I knew God was here. I'm doing well. I've always tired easy if I don't eat. But I'm doing well.
Is that why I got I know, I was like, what is he? At first, they thought he had diabetes. They watching sugar and all that. No, they're going to see. So, and it's your really brother is donating. My boss is telling me about kidney transplant.
That's a long day for anybody.
Don't keep your kidneys out. The older ones, the less.
You don't look it.
We've always.
Well, I'm not about $3. You don't look it.
So now we have $2.
Oh, you got more kids. I lived in Knox County for you know where the sick were now?
Well, he still does it.
Yeah. Much Mountain, and then for the BP, Springdale area, going in the office to the town.
Cody, the new dog, Rick. And I have a Jack Russell Bella.
And I love it. I think Mammals is beautiful. I wouldn't mind it. What do you got the leg? I love it. Bubbles and
Done the two houses once.
yeah, one lake. Yeah, that's it. I would love it.
She drives it.
Oh, yeah. Those old families she got married at well, she's still we came here was it? Yeah. Then I really got married the next year. We had to do the music and all that stuff. And I got down at Church Chapel. Yeah. It was, I was like, It's outside. I understand that, yes. It was cold.
They would not let us, but they would not let us in if we went that way. My mother grew up in the
Yeah, and then we let you do it.
we couldn't get in, the gate open. So it's basically line up, wait for the gate to open, race in, and they were putting stuff at home, say, she holds something up, see if she likes it there, somebody comes behind her and hit it before she drives up and sees it.
Come on, let's get this done.
Bring you back. I feel like a pretty good
Said Ray,
That's what she wants for and tell you this one is just about that
But He sleeps all the way in.
Well, it's about 40 minutes. I think that is close, but I don't sleep in about 40 minutes. It takes time to get to sleep.
I say, oh, did you have good sleep? I barely slept. Oh, you snored the whole way. It's okay though, isn't it?
Yeah.
My brother Alex is that way. He can get in the car with that going to sleep. He'll be like, I had to sleep. He won't sleep. I'm like, used to. Now they go down. No, I can't. What? If I need to tell her how to drive, I better.
Yeah. That's the real.
You need me, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you work?
I work for a small woman-owned business contractor. The contracts come from the Department of Defense through the Army Corps of Engineers, and then we get contracts with them. They go to military bases. Most of it, they go to military bases and find unexploded munitions and bombs. And I'll manage the project. I don't do the work. I just manage the project. Well, you know, the contracts and all this, a lot of intricate details, and that's the thing that I do. Experts, and most of them are former military years. They know what they're doing. It's crazy.
No. You do? Yeah. Where is it? It's in West Orange. Yeah, but Bill just his job. Yeah, we do local warfare and all this different stuff. And what do you do? Yeah. It doesn't sound so good. Oh well. I have to worry about getting bit too. Yeah, that's dangerous.
But it's called UXO, unexploded ordnance. People misspell ordnance. It's crazy. I didn't even know it existed. So I got this, I interviewed him.
You know, your adults or dentists, or working children, you know, who or any of them, do they do surgery?
We're going to give you about 5 more minutes. We're going to do another little bitty auction.
I'm related. I feel like most everybody can, like small hands and like, well, she's my friend husband.
Yeah.
That's true on that a while.
And you got my feet, I don't know. I apologize to you. Love you too. I don't know, you look like my cousin Charlie.
Oh, I saw him over there dancing around.
But I guess they're passed up the line. We had that in church.
I remember when they had Mother's Day.
They had 300.
Today, everyone in America wants to go out to eat, you know.
Passed to 65.
I was going to say, Mama don't have to eat that, right?
So nobody eats.
One Mother's Day, I don't have a restaurant. And then we ended up at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
We drove around for 2 hours. 2 hours.
Now we're so hungry. Where will we get And you're thinking I should have cooked.
Well, that would have been better.
It's true. Plastic.
Yeah, it really is.
I've got it somewhere. Somewhere I have it. Yeah, I think. So I'm like,
In other communities,
what am I doing? Got it somewhere. That's one of my decisions. Mine is mine. Yeah, we were swapping out.
I bet you go on campus. No?
I do not do any social media. I do not do Pinterest. I had to sign up for Pinterest. But I can't. Yeah, that's the problem. So I just don't. I have so many recipes and books and things, and they all pile stuff everywhere. Like this one I've tried, this one tried. Yeah, I don't need recipe outlets.
you gotta have get it out the door for
I want to get that way. Me too. She does? What's her name?
Charlene Parker.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, and I think it was one. Because I haven't seen her, anything from her in a while. And I was like, Jack, I usually go through there and get my newsletter on the way home. And Jack said it was on the thing I'll leave about 8 minutes, but on my way home, I swing in there on Tuesday, get my newsletter. We're not, we're kind of on the main side. We're about 10 minutes from here, so we're not
Okay, folks, we're ready to go. If you're not through eating, just keep on eating and be rude. That's okay. But we're going to start on the auction. And we have a
Perfect date night.
perfect date night. Start off with a bunch of chocolate, and then you can go out to eat at Olive Garden, Longhorn, and Cheddar's, and
The others aren't here.
bunch of. And what's not here?
The others restaurants aren't in Knoxville.
Okay. Well, let's go out of town. Do it. And the movie. And I asked Gail if there was a motel on there, but there ain't. All right, here we go on this one. It's $25 on the Regal, and it's $50 on Longhorns and that bunch. So here we go. He'll give me $50 to start with. 25. He'll give me 25, now 30, 25, now 30, gonna make it 30, now we'll go $30 bill, 25, now 30, now 35, $30 bill, now 35, gonna make it 5, now we'll go 35, 35, we'll go 35. That's $80 worth of stuff there, folks. And we're, Juan, did you say 35? 35, talk to me. Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
She's not ever on. She's ever.
You got more money than the Pope. Will you give me $35? I got it behind you. 35. Now 4 year out one. 35 now. $40 bill. We'll go 40 now. 45. $40 bill now. 45. 45. Gonna make a 5 now. We'll go 45. 45 now. $50 bill. Gonna make 50 now. We'll go $50 bill. We'll go 50. 45 now. $50 bill. Gonna make 50. Talk to him. Y'all talk. Y'all have a conversation and decide all this before we ever start this. 45 now, $50 bill, 50 now, $55, $50 bill, now 55 now, 60, we'll go 60, now we'll go $60 bill, we'll go 60, 55 now, 60, talk to me, 55 now, 60, 60 now, 5, 60 now, 65 now, 70, we'll go $70 bill, and make a 70, we'll go $70 bill. You don't know, 70 now, 5, 70 now, 5, 75 now, 80, gonna make it 80, now we'll go $80 bill, gonna make it 80. You don't know if I have a bidder over there or not. 75, talk to me, $80 bill, we'll go 80, now gonna make it $80 bill, 75 now, 80. Said 80, now 5, 80, now 5, can make it 85, now 90, we'll go 90, we'll go $90 bill. 80, let's see, 85, now 90, can make it $90 bill. I won't ask you no more, I promise. $90, $90 bill, we'll go 90. Yeah, I'll go with you. 90, $90 bill, we'll go 90, can you make it 90? Now 95, 95, we'll go 95. I lied. $100 bill, we'll go $100 bill, we'll go 100, we'll go $100 bill, we'll go 100. 110, 110, we'll go to 105. 105, we'll go 5, we'll go 105. They're blending some money, will you? 100 and now 5, $100 bill and 105. Is that it? $100 bill and 105, 100 now 5, and I have sold it $100 right here. Yeah. And the next thing is, come on, Val, let's get with it. And the next thing is a basket from Shantae.
There is peach cobbler candles, there are little
Don't eat them.
wine glasses, and there is a bottle of muscadine from Seven Springs. And then there are some towels and some ball plates. And a beautiful basket.
Okay, who'll give me 25? 25, 25, we'll go 25, can make it 20. Are you bidding or rubbing your hair? Keep your hands on the table. Hands on the table. Who'll give me $20 bill? $20 bill, can make it 20, now we'll go 20, now 25. $20 bill, now 5, can make it 5, now we'll go 25, $20 bill, now 5. $20 bill, now 5, can make it 5, now we'll go 25, now 30. 25, now 30, can make it 30. Brenda, can you make it 30? We'll go $30 bill, 25, now 30. Brenda, quit eating that salad. Look at me. 25, now 30, can make a $30 bill, 30, now 35, 30, now 35, can make a 5, now we'll go 35, $30 bill, now 35, $30 now 35, can make a 5, now we'll go 35. Anybody want to know more? $30 bill, now 35, $30 bill, now 35, and I have sold $30 to Brenda, $30 bill to Brenda. And the next thing is a...
Hey, get that right there. All right.
Yeah.
That is what
it gets to talk about.
Okay. You can talk.
No, you can bid on it though. No talking. Right after you buy it, you can talk all about it you want to.
She donated it.
Well, you can have it back. Come on, talk to me. He'll give me 25. Oh, you want to talk about it? Okay, come on up here. We're going to have a 10-minute break now, folks. While she talks about it. Come on up here.
No, we're gonna talk about the bid. Then you can.
Don't drop it.
You can say it again. Say it again.
Everywhere this bowl goes, love grows. You can set it on the table and everybody around will love each other, even the woods and the woods. Even the riddles and the riddles distant cousins. And I've already told them that came from Claiborne County. Oh, but this is a magic bowl. It came from a wonderful lady. I don't know what her name is. Whoever buys it, every time they look at it, they will know where they said it, love grows. You can put banana pudding in it and just put a little pinch of love. And love grows. So now, you bid on this, baby dolls. It'll be the best thing you ever did. And the money will go to help people in Union County.
I'm trying to think something real smart, but I'm not going to say it. All right, here we go. Talk to me. He'll give me the love bowl. And she said, love grows bowl. I had it next to my stomach a little while ago, as you can tell. All right, here we go. Talk to me on the bowl. He'll give me $20, $20, $20 bill. $20. Did you say 20? Now 5. $20 bill, now 25. $20 bill, now 5. Get to make a 5. Now we'll 5. Can make it 25. $20 now 30. 25 now 30. Get to make it 30. We'll do a $30 bill. 25 now 30. Get to make it 30. We'll do a 30 now 35. $30 bill now 35. Get to make a 5. Now we'll do a 35. $30 bill now 35. $30 now 35. Anybody want more? 35 now. $40 bill. 35 now 40. Get to make a 40. Now we'll do $40. Talk to me. What?
There's not another one like it that they did it.
There ain't another one like it that gave it either. Not another one. I forgot where I was. 35, I think that's where you were. 35 now 40. 35 now 40 now 45. $40 bill now 45. Get to make a 5 now. We'll do 45 now. $50 bill. Get to make a $50. Borrow money. 50 now 55. $50 bill now 55. $50 bill now 55. 55 now 60. We'll do 60. We'll do $60 bill. 60 now 5. 60 now 65. We'll do 65 now. We'll do 65. $60 bill now 65. Anybody want more? $60 now 65. $60 bill now 65. That it? $60 now 65. Is that it? All in, all done. $60 and I have sold it. 60. You want to give it? You can donate it to somebody else.
Now let me tell you, I saw his eyes when she said banana pudding. So
Looks like maybe he's had some of her banana pudding. All right, then the next thing is this is a box of chocolates from Bradley's, who is formerly the what was it, the World's Fair, the Chocolate Factory?
There's dark chocolate.
These are the folks that make. They've got a shop in West Knoxville called Bradley's, and they donated this.
Brittle, popcorn, and chocolate.
Yum.
Yum. And then there's dark chocolate.
All right, who'll give me $20 for this? A $10 bill. 10, 50.
Chocolate.
I've got you 10, a 15, 15, we'll look at 15, 15, we'll look at 15, a 15, that $20 bill, gonna make it 20, and then 25. $20 bill, and then 25, gonna make it 5, then we'll look at 25, gonna make it 5. $20 now 5, gonna make it 5. Talk to me, Maryland. 20 now 30. 25 now 30, gonna make it 30. $30 bill, we'll look at 30, gonna make it 30. We'll look at $30 bill, gonna make it 30. 30 now 35. 30 now 35, gonna make it 5, then we'll look at 35. Not you behind you. 35, gonna make it 5, then we'll look at 35. Talk to me now. 35. $30 now 35, now 40. 30. Thank you for hitting him. She said, get it. Let's see, that was you at 40, I think. 40? 40, now 45. $40 bill, now 45. Gonna make a 5, then we'll look at 45. Talk to me, 45. 45 now, 45. We'll look at 45. I got $40 now, 45. $40 bill, now 45. Is that it? $40 now, 45. And I have sold $40 right there. $40 bill. And one more, and we'll do some other stuff.
All right.
Got one more we can do?
I got one more. Let's do a John Deere tractor cookie jar. Oh, it's waiting room. Patrick. We got a John
Famous
Deere.
Patrick.
John Deere cookie jar.
We couldn't find a farm all tractor, so we had to get a John Deere.
There's no cookies. You can make Christmas John Deere.
Okay, on the big deer here. Talk to me, he'll give me, let's see, John Deere ain't worth nothing. He'll give me 25. Let's start. He'll give me 10. $10 bill, 10 to 15, we'll look 15, get to make a 15, now 15, now $20 bill, and 20 to 5. $20 bill, now 5, get to make a 5, now we'll look 25, get to make a 5, we'll look 5. $20 down 5, get to make a 25, 25, we'll look 5, now get to make a 25, we'll look 25, $20 bill, and 25. That it? That all it's worth? $20 down 5. Talk to me, Rick. 25, we'll look 5 now. No, it doesn't really run. 40. Did he say 40? No. Did anybody hear him say 40?
I heard him say 40.
I heard 40. Are you going back down? I forgot where I was now. Was that you, 25?
They were talking about the tractor.
I forgot totally where I was. Who had something?
25 was what you.
That's good. Now, who had 25? I don't even remember that. 25? He'll give me 25 for the dang tractor. 25, we'll look at 25. Talk to me. $20 bill, $20 bill, can make it 20. I'll go back down and start over. $20 bill, can make it 20. $20 bill. 20 now 5. $20 bill, now 25, can make it 5. Now we'll look 25, now 30, can make it 30. We'll go $30 bill, can make it 30. We'll go 30. 25 now 30, can make it 30. Talk to me. 25 now 30. 25 now 30. Anybody want no more? 25 now 30. And I have sold $25 to the tractor operator back there. Her name's Wanda. She bought the tractor. Okay. All right, we're going through auctioning for a minute.
Next year with cookies and I'll buy it.
Do we? If you had bought something, Miss Gail said, please see her before you walk out the door. She wants your money. And before we get into any farther, do we have any of the past men and women of the year here with us? If we're some of the past, I want you to please stand up. God, we've got a bunch of them. They're gone. There's one right here. He can't stand up right now. And let's give them a big hand. And Martha? Not from you. We don't have that much time. Thank you, darling. Is Martha gonna? Where'd Martha?
She's right here.
Oh, she's got. I lost you.
Well, last year I had the distinct honor of being Woman of the Year, and one of the highlights was getting to ride in that pink Cadillac. Well, that was something else. And Mimi, she was just a blast. She was a hoot the whole time. Marilyn had asked me to tell you what's going on here lately at our school, so I was really excited that our STEM program has expanded to not just Paulette, but now Big Ridge has one. I was talking to some parents. Maybe we'll get that going at Maynardville as well. So maybe Luttrell will also get one. Who knows? But I'll keep floating away. So this year, Gail Coram is our wonderful Lady of the Year. And so Gail's a lifelong citizen of Union County. She's the daughter of Mary Campbell and the late Tommy Campbell. Gail is currently an active member of the Hubbs Grove Missionary Baptist Church. She served in various capacities at her church, and she graduated from Union County High School. I wouldn't have put what year you graduated, so I'm not going to say that. You're welcome. Let's see. She also graduated at the top of her class. She started her working career at Rural. During her junior and senior year of high school, she was an administrative assistant, and she continued her working career as a bank teller at First State Bank, and now is Atlanta's Capital from 2001 to 2003. After leaving the banking career, she started working for O'Quinn Enterprises as an office manager from 2003 to 2006. In 2006, she started working for Brantley's Bookkeeping Services and now owns that business. Congratulations. Gail is currently a member and the secretary of the Union County Audit Committee.
She joined the Board of Directors for Union County Business and Professional Association Charities in 2015 and is now the chair of the Board of Directors. Gail volunteers each year for the UCBPA golf tournament and Union County Under the Tree and the Union County Heritage Festival, and that's just to name a few. So Gail I know it's a long list. Gail is a 2016 graduate of the Leadership of Union County. She's the co-founder of the Quorum Legacy Scholarship, with the first scholarship being awarded to the class of 2019, which is pretty awesome. She has many accomplishments, and I think her accomplishments and dedication to Union County and the kids of Union County. I shared a story earlier about one of my colleagues, April Bull, and she helped her fill out her FAFSA because April had no clue all those things that you have to do for college. So it was pretty awesome that you mentioned her name in the community and people know her and her wonderful charity. So our Woman of the Year is Gail Coleman.
And I have the rest of the story.
I think I'm gonna go sit back there.
I've actually known Gail before she was born because I went to church with Mary and Tommy Campbell at Nave Hill Church. And so when Mary was pregnant with Gail, Mary glowed. She could not wait for this little girl. And so when Gail came into our world, she looked like Shirley Temple because she had all these little curls all over. And she had these big Dollywood dresses on. She was all ruffles and curls. She was so cute. So I have known Gail before she was born. And I had the pleasure of knowing Gail now that she is a grown-up, and she is very, very special to me. And I've been trying to find some dirt on Gail, and it is so hard to find dirt on Gail. Okay, but I went to a source that I knew could find something on her, so I went to her husband. Gail's embarrassing story, I have it. Okay, everyone who knows Gail knows that she strives to be the most professional, polite, proper person she can possibly be, regardless of the circumstances. Everyone who knows her husband knows that he will do what he can to get a laugh, regardless of the circumstances. So about 12 years ago, a person who attended church with Gail and who was a good personal friend was going through a tragedy. His father was nearing the end of a long battle with cancer. Gail and Robbie had spent several nights at a hospice center with their friend and his family. While driving home after one of these nights, Gail tells Robbie that she wants to hug her friend and tell him that God's in control of everything, and that while it doesn't seem like it now, everything will be okay in the end. Robbie asks her, "Why don't you do it?" To which she replied, "Because I don't want to look improper. And he's a married man, and I'm afraid that he might make him uncomfortable, especially around his wife and kids." So most people would reassure her that it would be okay, that she isn't married to most people. She's married to Robbie. So Robbie went and told their friend about the conversation, which put into a plan, into motion. A few weeks later, went by, and during a Sunday morning church service, during morning worship, on the altar, in front of the entire church, Gail's friend waited. And when she came around to him, he bent down and pulled Gail into giving her a large, warm hug and thanked her for being there for them during his father's illness. And he gave her just a moment for it to sink in and quickly released her, stepping back quickly, giving her a full body shiver. Woo! He looked right into her eyes and said, "Ooh, that makes me feel uncomfortable." To which her husband almost suffocated from not being able to breathe and laughing. And if looks could have killed, well, you know, sometimes being on the opposing, yeah, it doesn't always work.
You know, before I get into the acceptance and everything, I want to say, you know, most of the time you look at your pastor husband and it's like, you know, you can share things with your pastor. There's that pastor confidentiality. Well, all you ladies here that may be married to a pastor, let me tell you, that rule does not apply if you're the wife. You know? But I sincerely, I'm at a loss for words. I feel so undeserving of this. And I just want to thank the Business and Professional Association for just allowing me to be a part of your group. And I've done nothing to deserve this. And I remember when I started my career looking around at these people that had won this award and thinking they were just such wonderful, big-hearted, professional people. And someday I want to strive to be that. And I still look around at those past men and women of the year that are here. I'm nowhere near that level. And I'm just so grateful and so thankful that anything that I have done has been only through and by the grace of God. I've done nothing on my own, and I wouldn't be standing here tonight had it not been for the grace of God. But I'm so humbled and I'm so thankful, and honestly at a loss for words. I'm trying not to ugly cry, but just thank you all so much.
We're waiting on the mayor, Jason. He's got our next presentation. So if you'll come up here, please, sir, we would appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. It's just my night, I guess, for Martin to be after me, right? It's okay, but a couple of things before I introduce our Man of the Year. I do want to say too that Gail is such an awesome person. I have to say, I love Gail. Gail and Robbie, they are two of my very best friends in the world. And if you know Gail, you know that Gail is a very, very together person and a very conservative person. So, you know, like she said, like Shantae said, finding dirt on Gail is very hard. If you find something that Gail does wrong, it's like finding out Mary Poppins is a crackhead. Okay? But Gail is somebody that I truly love and love everything that she stands for. But one thing I have to say, Robbie, Gail, and my family and I, we all went to church together for several years. One Easter, we were all outside and taking pictures. You know, you're in your Easter clothes and all that. Well, this little duckling comes walking by at church. And Robbie and my son have this relationship. My son thinks Robbie hung the moon, okay? So Robbie looks down at my son Jackson and he said, Jackson, he said, listen. He said, that duck sounds just like Gail. And Jackson looked at him and said, how? I said, the duck says, cheep, 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 cheep. And from then on, my son would constantly tell Gail how cheap she was. She is conservative nonetheless. But congratulations, Gail. Very much deserved. But like I said before, I had the great honor to be the Man of the Year one year. And like I said, my dad was Man of the Year too. And it's an awesome honor. It's a good gig, I'll be honest with you. And I was very young when I was awarded Man of the Year. I was a teacher at Luttrell Elementary, fresh out of college. So it was an honor to me. I thought, you know, this is really cool. I'm this young. I got this award. That was awesome. Well, one of the really cool things that you get to do when you are Man or Woman of the Year, you get to ride in the Christmas parade. And I thought, you know, this is a pretty good gig. So the Woman of the Year that year was Mary Nevin. Most of you in here know Mary. Mary's a hoot. Love Mary. So here Mary and I come with these two big buckets of candy, because you throw out a lot of candy at the Union County Christmas parade, okay? So we're in the back of this convertible car. It's so cool. Everything's awesome. You know, we're going through and I'm practicing my, you know, parade wave, my beauty queen wave and all that. And I know everybody in the county. So as I'm driving down, or I'm riding down the road, people are yelling, Jason, Jason, hey, how are you? I'll never forget, folks. Never, ever forget as long as I live. Past the middle school right here in Union County. And I'm doing my wave. So we pass this group of folks. And I hear in the background, Man of the Year, well, that's the biggest drunk in Union County. So, I'm like, did I go to college with this guy? No, I'm kidding. So, I turn around and I look at this guy and he says, oh, that's not him. Really? And I'm like, you could have said that a little louder, you know, but... So, you know, and I'm a teacher. I'm like, no, it's not me, okay? But that's one of my most lasting memories of being Man of the Year. But anyway, with that being said, it is my distinct honor to recognize this year's Man of the Year, Mr. Rick Riddle. And I'm going, yes. And I have a little something here to read about Rick. Rick is married to his high school sweetheart, Donna Riddle. And they have 2 children, Nicole and Jim. In preparation for retirement, he and his wife purchased the historic Woods Farm in 2004, a land parcel on State Route 61. In 2006, 2 years after they purchased the farm, Rick and Donna moved back home to Tennessee, retiring from a 20-year military career with the Air Force that had taken them across the globe. Very impressive. Donna had envisioned a place where she could grow fruits and vegetables and sell local produce. Rick, a place to raise a few cows and call home. Working with their local soil conservationists, they charted a course for Seven Springs Farm, named for the abundant artesian springs located on the property. Donna recognized that the farm, if properly developed, had the economic potential to become a supporting family farm, and with Rick's help, drew up a plan to present to their children, Nikki and Jim. Donna wanted her kids to be close, and this was an opportunity to make that happen. Smooth move. Very good. Donna and her son Jim have built a beef, pork, fruit, and vegetable business, growing over 5 acres of various garden vegetables and selling locally at surrounding farmers markets in Knox and Union counties. Donna, Nikki, and her fiance Michael opened the winery at Seven Springs Farm in 2015. The winery is housed in a 3,200 square feet timber frame structure that was designed and built by family and friends using various species of timber harvested and milled on the farm. It shares the space with Donna and their son Jim's Seven Springs Farm to Table business. Rick had an accomplished career with the Air Force, achieving the rank of colonel after only 14 years of service. He was twice awarded the Defense Superior Service Medal, the second highest award bestowed by the Department of Defense. He was awarded the National Intelligence Medal of Achievement by the Director of the Central Intelligence Agency. He is an accomplished academic with over 25 publications in leading journals, publications that have been cited over 1,500 times in the peer-reviewed literature. He is a UT graduate, animal science and veterinary medicine, and obtained a master's in public health degree from Johns Hopkins. Very impressive. However, it is his love of family, friends, and community that he is most proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 2018 Man of the Year, Mr. Rick Riddle.
Thank you, Mayor Bailey, for those kind words. I really appreciate it. And I'm very honored to share this podium with Gail Corn. What are you doing?
I thought you get some wine. Rick wanted to say something. I don't believe you heard it. What did you say?
Well, that's the biggest drunk in the country.
I got my drink a little bit. So I want to thank the Union County Business Professional Association for really a most unexpected award. I mean, I'm like Gail. I certainly didn't see this coming. There are a number of people that were nominated this year and given the the stature of past winners. It was unexpected. But, I think an unexpected recognition is the most cherished recognition that we receive. I'm honored to have a lot of family and friends here. And Ethel back here. Ethel, I could tell a good story on Ethel. We had her on Facebook with a bottle of muscadine wine a couple of years ago. That thing went across the country. And she had some friends of hers from that she had met in with her military with Carson in years and years and years past that saw that and gave her a call. But now Ethel's a teetotaler now. Ethel doesn't. But I've got Eva here, my other aunt. Eva recently lost her husband, Ed, and they were so critical. I mean, every time I turned around, Ed was out there helping us. Donna's always been there for me and our family. She really deserves a credit for anything that I think any of us accomplish as a husband. It's the wife being at home, especially in a military career. I mean, we moved 21 times, 21 different households. Nikki was in 7 schools in 7 years. So it's a difficult life in the military, and you have to learn to adapt and overcome. And I appreciate my family being there during that time. But I've got a lot of family and cousins and friends here. And that's one thing about family. They're always there anytime that you need them. Steve and Renee, we hadn't owned the farm maybe a couple of weeks, and I got stuck in the mud out there. And Steve's brother Stanley, never met him off the road. He pulled off and said, "Look like you're stuck and need some help," and pull me out of the mud with a tractor. And that's what family and friends and community are all about. They're always there. They're always there to help. A lot of times you don't even need to ask. And that's the neat thing about Union County. I think Union County is one of the most welcoming communities. It's a great community. The people here in Union County are super. Anything in the world I think that anybody needs, all you've got to do is ask. And that's what I like about this, the Business and Professional Association. We're a group of individuals that really give back. Martin, everything that's Martin's done and what's going on, things that we've been able to accomplish. Pat and I were working up until just a couple of hours ago on some support for a big broadband grant that we hope to have submitted and bring some revolutionary technology to Union County. Different things like that. So many people that are giving and want to make it a better place, and really to help move Union County forward. And I really appreciate being here, being able to share this recognition with Gail and everything that the Business and Professional Association does for the county, certainly for my family and friends and for the community, the greater community that we're part of. And so I really appreciate it.
It's hard to go after him. I was just a sergeant. At least I didn't have to salute him tonight. Vanna's here again. We have a few more things we're going to do.
This is called milk glass. And we have a basket.
It's a 6-place setting. It's would be lovely to serve your pecan pie on. And there's also a gift certificate, actually a cash donation in here that will also purchase, like if you're going to serve some pie or a salad or whatever, or maybe a bottle of wine.
Okay, so this is a 6th place? Sixth place?
6 glasses and 6 drinks on it.
Okay, here we go, and I have not a clue what this is
Or
worth.
you're going to play cards with your friends, you get a deck of cards.
Okay, here we go. Who give me 25? 25, now 30. Are you bidding?
I'm bidding.
Now 30. 25, now 30. Gonna make it 30, now 35, now 30, now 35. Gonna make it. You're out, big girl. 35 now, can I make a 5 now, 35 now, 40, get to make a 40, we'll look at $40 bill now, 45, $40 bill now, 45, get to make a 5 now, we'll look at 45, 45, Shante, 45 now, $50 bill, $50 bill, get to make a 50 now, we'll look at $50 bill, get to make a 50 now, 50 now, 55, $50 bill now, 55, 50 now, 5, get to make a 5 now, we'll look at 55, $50 bill now, 55, 55, we'll look at 55 now, get to make a 55, got $50 bill now, 55, anybody want one more? $50 now, 55, 50 now, 55, and I have sold it to Michael. And Nikki. Going to the place later for the pie. And the next thing is, I don't know where it is, anything else on it? Yeah, we got some more.
We've got two more.
Two more. And while we're doing that, Will, this is a number 2 print of 200 painting done at Big Ridge State Park of the Norton's Grist Mill. And by the way, those that don't know what's going on at Norton's Grist Mill, it's being restored, and it'll be running by, we hope, fall of next year. We're going to have some kind of major event, a festival or something for the grand opening of the Norton's Grist Mill at Big Ridge. Raise your hand if you've been there before. Bunch of folks, okay, good deal. Because there's a bunch of folks, Union County folks, working on that right now. Okay, this is a limited print by Betty Bullen. Is it assigned and numbered? Yeah, it's limited print.
It's 2 of 200.
2 of 200. Okay, he'll give me $50. Framed, everything ready to go. 50 now, 5. 50 now, 55, 55 now, 60, we'll go 60, we'll go $60 bill now, 70, we'll go 70, I ain't $70 bill, get to make $60 now, 70, get to make $70 bill, 70 now, 75, 75, 75 now, 80, get to make $80, we'll $80 bill. Now 90, 80 now, 90, get to make it 90, 80 now, 90, get to make it 90, now we'll go $90 bill, we'll go 90, get to make it 90, 80, that's 80 now, 90, 80 now, 90, get to make it 90, $80 now, 90, talk to me, $80 now, you quitting on me? Ask her, she'll let you go ahead. 90, now $100 bill. $100 didn't scare her a bit. $100 bill, now 10. $100 bill, now 10. I ain't gonna tell you who it is. $100 bill, now 10. Gonna make it 10. Now we'll go 110. We'll go 10. $100 bill, now 10. Gonna make it 10. We'll go 110. $100 bill, now 110. Anybody want no more? Now 20, 110, now 20, gonna make it 20, now 30, gonna make it 30, we'll go 30, 130, we'll go $130, gonna make it 30, now 40, 130, now 40, gonna make it 40, $140 bill, 140, now 50, 100 and a half, we'll go half, we'll go 150, we'll go 50, now 60, we'll go 60, 150, now 60, gonna make 60, we'll go 60, 150, now 60, 150, now 60, now 70, gonna make it 70, we'll go 170, we'll go 70, gonna make it 70, now we'll go 70, $160, now 70, 160, now 70, now 180, 180, we'll go 180, we'll go 180, now gonna make it 80, we'll go 80, now gonna make it 80, $180 bill, gonna make it 180, 170, now 80, 180, now 90, 190, gonna make it 90, we'll go $190 bill, gonna make it 190, 180, now 90, 180, now 90, 180, now 90, gonna make it 90, we'll go $190 bill, 180, now 90, 80, now 90, anybody need more? Sold for $180 to Wanda. Will somebody lend her some money? All right, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And the next one is?
The next one, these two right here.
This is a puzzle like the Cracker Barrel, but it's got 30-06 bullets in it. They are empty.
They are empty.
And there's also a Union, we're going to sell 2 of them. There's a Union County puzzle and the Cracker Barrel game. We're going to sell one of them. You can take one or both, either one, whichever way you want to do it. A puzzle and the Cracker Barrel game with spent shells in it. We're going to sell one of them. You got the choice of taking one or both. All right, who'll give me $20 for both of them? $20 bill, 20. Who'll give me 10? $10 bill, we'll go 10, gonna make it 10. No, $10 bill, we'll go 10, gonna make it 10. Now 15, now 20, 15, now 20, gonna make it 20. Now 25, 25, gonna make it 5. Now 25, now 30, gonna make it 30. Then we'll go $30 bill, 30, now 35, 30, now 35, gonna make it 35. Talk to me. 30, now 5, ask her, it's okay. 30, now 35, $30 bill, now 35, we can make it 35, $30 bill, now 35. You gonna do it? 30, now 35, 30, now 35, and I have, so $30 right here.
I'll share. Who wanted one?
We got another one. You want the other one at 30? Okay, so they want the other one at 30.
You were trying to take that from Brinkley. Gosh.
And if anybody wants any more of those, I know the guy that can get them for you. And here is,
It's called Ruby Red Glass, antique glass, and it's, I think it's a 6-place also.
if it isn't, we'll tell them it is.
And yeah, it's 6, and the other plates are in the basket, the basket comes with it. And the sugar and the creamer, and then something to put your little centerpiece in. And these are really pretty to put a candle down in, and they'll flicker, and it's just really
They
pretty.
look good with banana pudding in it. All right, here it is. We think there's 6. There's 6. And they're antique and they're red and all that other stuff she said about them.
Ruby red glass.
Ruby red glass. Okay, here we go. Talk to me. Let's start at 25. 25, now 30. 25, now 30, gonna make a 30. Then we'll do a 30 on the bill, gonna make a 30. We'll go 30. 25, now 30, gonna make a 30. Then we'll do a 30 on the bill. Is he scratching her bin? No. 25, now 30, gonna make a 30 on the bill. We'll go 30, now gonna make a 30. Then we'll go 30. Got 25 back in the back. 25, now 30. Shante,
What?
are you bidding?
Yes.
Now 35, 30 now 35, 30 on the bill now 35, gonna make a 5, then we'll look at 35, you're out, talk to me, 35 now, 30 now 35, 30 on the bill now 35, gonna make a 5, then we'll look at 35 now 40, 35 now 40, gonna make a 40 on the bill, we'll look at 40, 35 now 40, 35 now 40, gonna make a 40, then we'll look at 40 on the bill, 35 now 40, is that it? 35 now 40, now 45, 40 on the bill, now 45, might go 45, gonna make a 5, then we'll look at 45, 40 on the bill, now 45, gonna make a 5, then we'll look at 45, 40 bucks now, 45, talk to me. 45, now $50 bill. 49, now 50 to 50, now 55. Didn't scare me a bit. $50 bill, now 55, 55, we'll do 5, now I can make a 55. 50, now 5, 50, now 5, can make a 5, now we'll do 55. Is that it? 55? 55, and I have?
Says no.
Sold it, 50 bucks to Dwayne. Way to go, Beryl. The tree. A paperback maple from Brian White. The cinnamon-like peeling bark is the most outstanding feature of the paper bark maple. The tree is currently about 6 feet tall, a little more than 6 feet maybe. Okay, donated by Brian White at Brian White Nursery. Who'll give me 25 bucks?
I will.
Now, well, I like that. Would you give 30? Because I have 25 already. Now 35. What? It is a paperback maple. 25. Now 30. Now 35. 35. Gotta make it 35. 35. We'll go 35. They're gonna make it 35. 35. Gonna make it 5. Then we'll go 35. 35. Now it's 40. 35. Now 40. Gonna make it 40 on the bill. 40. Now 45. 40 on the bill. Now 45. 45. Now 5. Gonna make it 5. Then we'll go 45. Gonna make it 45. Then we'll go 45. 45. Gonna make it 5. We'll go 5. Now $40 bill. Now 45. 40 bucks. Now 5. 40 on the bill. Now 45. Now 45. 40 on the bill. Now 45. Is that it? 40 bucks. Now 45. 45. And I have sold it 40 bucks to Shantae. Hey, Rick, go out there in the woods, let's dig another one of them up. All right. Just kidding. I was just kidding. And the next thing is any mixture of 5 pounds of hamburger meat or 5 pounds of sausage from Seven Springs Farm from the Riddles. Okay, 5 pounds. That's a bunch. All right, here we go. 5 pounds.
Can we mix it?
Yeah, you can mix it. Absolutely. Rick will mix it for you. What would you give for it? About $20 a pound? Would you give me...
Hey, best thing they got over there, I'm a teetotaler like I ain't, so...
Yeah, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sausage and buttermilk. I don't know if he'll throw some buttermilk in too, probably. All right, he'll give me 25 bucks for 5 pounds. That's $5 a pound. 5, now 7.5. Let's see, that's what 25, now 30. 30, get to make a $30 bill, get to make a 30. We'll have 25 in Maryland. Now 30, we'll go $30 bill, get to make a 30. We'll go $30 bill, get to make a 30. We'll go 30. 25, that's just $5 a pound, guys. 30. Now $30 bill can make a 30. Then we'll go $30 bill. 25. Now 30 can make a 30. Then we'll go $30 bill. I'll go 30. Now 35. $30 bill. Now 35 can make a 5. Then we'll go 35 can make a 5. Then we'll go 35. Is that it? 35. Now 40. I'm gonna go 40. Now 45. 45. We'll go 45. Then we'll go 45. $40 bill. Now 45 can make a 5. Then we'll go 45. $40 bill. Now 45. Maryland. 45. 45. Talk to me. Wayne, tell her it's okay. 40. Maryland. You pay attention to me. 45. 45, we do 45, now $50 bill. We'll go $50 bill, now 50, now 55, 55, we'll go 55, then we'll go $55, $50 bill, now 55. 50 bucks, now 55, 55, we'll go 5, they're gonna make a 55, $50 bill, now 55. Maryland. Me. 50, we'll go $50, I got 45 right beside you. Now $50 bill, we'll go 50, then we'll go $50 bill, $50 bill, can you do it? Don't look at him, look at me. $50, can you do it? 45, now 50, and I have sold it, 45 right there. 45 bucks.
A riddle.
The riddle. Yep. Gotcha. And the next thing is the used wine barrel. It's made out of Appalachian oak, donated by Nikki and Michael at the winery. And there it is. Vanna, hey Vanna, would you hold it up so everybody can see it? All right, on the barrel, you could be the only one on the block that has one of these now, folks.
That's your costume for next year? It could be. It's a little heavy.
That was the reason it's empty, because it was at Father's place for about a week. All right, here we go. Excuse me, Lord. on the barrel, look at me, $100 bill, 100 bucks, $100 bill. What about 50? $50 bill, go 50, now we'll go $50 bill, get me 50, then we'll $50, what? Now 60, 50, now 60, now 70, we'll go $70 bill, get me 70, we'll go $70 bill, 60, now 70, $60 bill, now 70, we'll go, I'll take 65. 65, we'll go 5, then we'll go 65, 65, talk to me now, 65, we'll go 65. Pressure's on. Tell him, will you tell him it's okay? 65, we'll go 65, I'm going to put him in 65. Now 70, 65, now 70, we'll go $70 bill, we're going to make it 70, we'll go $70 bill, we'll go 70, 65, now 70, we'll go 70, we're going to make it 70, we'll go $70 bill, 65, now $70, 70 bucks, you can plant flowers or something, you can do something with it. 65, now $70 bill, we'll go 70.
Go through piles. So when you die, you can go through that.
But when y'all get through talking, will you go 70? Are you going to go 70?
I'll go 70.
Golly, that was a hard job. 70, now 75. $70 bill, now 75, we'll do 75, then we'll do 75, $70 bill, now 75, 55, we'll do more. $70 bill, now 75, 70, now 75, and I have sold it, 70 bucks right there. $70 bill. Is that it, Shante?
I think so. Is that it, Marilyn?
Bobby, you build a table when you get home.
Yeah. Now we got, is there a door prize? Okay, you're doing the door prize.
What are you going to do with it?
Son, who wants to, Wanda's trying to sell what cake she hasn't eaten yet, and she's holding it up.
It's heavy. It's full.
Shantae's got some door prizes that she's going to do now.
There's just one I
See what we need.
First goes to Jim Campbell. Yay! You got the batteries with it. It's a new first table.
I was going to say, I was going to bid on it, but I wasn't looking at it.
Okay, here you can get your square meals. Good cooks. Let's see who gets this one.
Somebody that carries the lunch needs that.
James Russell, here's your square meals.
Thank you.
Okay, here's a hand care duo. You've got your peppermint cream and your peppermint lotion. So you've got your hand wash and your hand lotion. So let's see who gets this one. They'll smell like Christmas.
Friday.
Aaron Russell.
You need to buy a lottery ticket today.
My daughter used to win everything.
And the
You need to buy a lottery ticket, you said something.
Envelope, this,
laying on the,
okay.
it's $20 cash.
Oh, cash. I want that. That's mine.
What's that? Spit it off.
Bob.
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 Did you just sign
I
Bob?
wrote my name on it, my last
You say Bob
name.
Holmes?
Yep.
Oh.
And this is a year subscription to the BPA. And it goes to Lynn Barton. Okay, Martin, it's your turn again.
For those that don't think that we have a good time at the Business and Professional Association, we do. We have a good time. And if you're not a member, we want you to be. And I'm going to introduce this guy the last time tonight, I think. Jason, when you come up here, do one more thing, please. Thank you.
Lord, no, hours.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'm just gonna listen to Marilyn.
That's okay.
That's a
Yes.
good teaching.
Yeah, I was so thankful that this was not my man or woman of the year, because we didn't do the embarrassing things, and I'm so glad that you're okay.
She wasn't called a drunk.
The night's not over.
Well,
Mandible topics, here I come.
okay. So I will. I wasn't going to tell anything, but I will tell this story. When I first met my husband, we were both at UT. He was actually on the faculty, and I was a student. But
Talk about embarrassing stories.
all right, Jason. So we went to our first actual date was a Christmas party. And we gathered around the piano and we sang and we did all sorts of things. And so I worked at the computing center and I went to work on Monday. And all these people came up to me and said, "Boy, you had something to drink, didn't you? You were really happy." And I said, "I didn't have a drop. I'm like that. That's just me." So I got the reputation of being a drunk without being a drunk.
So did I.
Oh, well, I just want to take a few moments. First of all, if you were on the banquet committee, which everybody pretty much that had anything to do with the banquet, Shantae, Brenda, Melanie, Stan, please, anyone, Gail, yes, Martin, come on. And our whole executive committee and a good deal of our board of directors actually makes this possible. And we need to give them all a round of applause. And one more time for Marvin, who cares enough to fit back into his uniform and represent our veterans so well. Would you please give Marvin a hand? I want to recognize the 2018 officers and directors, and then Jason will be installing the 2019. This is a bittersweet moment for me, and Marvin will understand. I have now served approximately 25 years on the leadership, board of directors, standing committee chair, or whatever of Union County. And in case you read your program, you'll notice Marilyn Toppins is not on it. and will not be on it this next year. So I wanted to see, Jason, I don't have original thoughts, but I can find them, you know. So I'm going to read this little thought. Now I have I get to have one more meeting called the Old and New Board. I'm part of the old, and these other people coming in will be part of the new, but I did run across this. We were at East Tennessee Regional Leadership, and I saw this quote from Arthur Ashe, and it says, "Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can." And I think that really epitomizes what we all try to do in the business and professional. And so I want to recognize our president this year, and actually our incoming president also, Martin Schaefer. And Martin has been just wonderful to find people to come and have interesting speakers at our meetings. Our secretary, Alicia Lucy, has a sick child tonight and she couldn't be here. Our treasurer, Gail Coram, and so many things. I would have to have a bucket to pull a long list out of to read all the good things that Gail. And just so you all know, we really broke with tradition this year. This is the first time in 28 years we have ever pre-announced our Man and Woman of the Year. And I want to give full credit to Rick Riddle, who made that motion. When I found out he became the Man of the Year, I said, yes, it's only fitting, you know. We broke with tradition and Rick becomes Man of the Year. Okay, so the directors, I chair the board. Shantae Collins, who I can't say enough about. She's always there when you need her. And Melanie Dykes, who is so gracious and makes sure that we have a wonderful place to get together and to have our meetings over in the library, and we do our gathering here. And Bob Sharp, the flowers and all, and the candy and various things for the Man and Woman of the Year are provided by Bob Sharp with flowers by Bob. Cindy Wyrick was from the school system. She's no longer with them. She moved to another position in Knox County, but she was very good and headed up our Man and Woman of the Year committee last year. Shannon DeWitt, Shannon's little baby is sick, actually, and that's why she couldn't be with us tonight. But she is always there, pitching in and finding us young people to do things. And Agnes Abella, if you're not acquainted with Tennessee Therapeutics, Agnes is always trying to do something to help the community. Jill tore her ACL, that's her daughter. She's a basketball player and she's helping her. She can't be on her feet for at least 2 weeks. And then last but not least, my lovely friend that I've picked up trash with and we've done dinners with, and we've just found just about everything to do, haven't we? Brenda Sweet. And let's give them all a round of applause. Board members, stand up and okay. Now you get to do your part. Okay.
How about your administrative decision?
Oh, my administrative decision, yes. Ms. Wanda's reminding me just before we install our next year's board. Carol Carmen, would you come forward and just tell about the special program that you're going to be offering this Sunday? Okay?
You owe me, you owe me.
She knows everything.
She does. She's just got her finger on the pulse.
She don't know it, she'll make you edit.
Yeah. I was fortunate to have Miss Wanda at school, 7th grade, I believe it was, and yeah, so that's been a few days ago, but that's all right. I work with Modern Woodman. We're a financial company, however, we do a lot for the community at large. And one of the things that I'm doing on Sunday is we do a hometown hero once a year. And so what I've decided to do with the Hometown Hero, since it's Veterans Day, I want to honor some veterans. My father was a veteran, and my father passed away a couple months ago, and the Honor Guard performed his funeral. And so I talked to the Honor Guard, I talked to the VFW, and I asked if I could honor them on Sunday. So at the Historical Society, well, I'm sure you've been to, you've visited, you've seen Miss Wanda, at 3 o'clock, and we're going to have a small gathering. We're going to have some food and just spend some time with each other, spend some time in the museum. And then at some point, I'll gather everybody together, and I just want to recognize these men in the Honor Guard, but also any veteran. You know, I am personally not a veteran. Of course, my father was, but there's a lot that they have done for us in the past, and the Honor Guard especially, there's a lot that they still do. I was at one of their meetings, and if I heard correctly, they do between 50 and 60 funerals throughout the year, and there's no charge for that. Everything that they do comes out of their own pockets, the maintenance of the vehicle, their uniforms, the weapons that they use. The meeting, they said they spent about $6,000 just on the weapons that they used during the funeral. So I thought it'd be very fitting to honor these men and women on Sunday, which is Veterans Day, at 3 o'clock. So I'd love to see any veteran in the county or surrounding county, wherever you are, be there, and anybody else from the county. I think that they deserve this. So, thank you.
I was listening to the wife of a veteran the other day, and she said something that I think I'm going to start saying. She says, "We are the home of the free, not and the brave, but because of the brave." That's only fitting. Oh, no.
Now, before no, stay here. Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, but I got to spend a little time here.
No problem.
Yeah, but they want to go home.
I know they do, but Marilyn and I do have a great kinship because of the paths that we've traveled together. We are both very, very passionate about this organization. And I think we take pride in what we've seen accomplished over the last 28 years.
Yes, absolutely.
But what's going to be exciting, Marilyn, is to see what builds
Absolutely.
on what's coming.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we've tried to lay a good foundation, and you guys that are coming in new on the board and everything, I'm going to tell you, she's going to be like I am still and was. If you need her, if you need to answer her to answer questions, she'll be there. She'll answer your questions, okay? We don't just run from this thing.
Right.
When you have as much time vested in an organization, when it's time to step aside, you don't just run away and hide, okay? And so I know Marilyn's going to be at meetings. I still am at meetings. If you need to ask me questions, I'm here to answer them. I don't have all the answers, but I'll help in any way that I can. But I'm excited to see this new leadership coming along, and I know Marilyn is too. But there's always a time for the changing of the guard, so it is a bittersweet thing. So I just want to say, Marilyn, personally, I thank you for building on what I was able to do and what others have been able to do, and now it's going to be exciting to see what comes in the future.
Thank you so much, and just so you know, I'm picking up the scholarship forms on Monday. You know.
And those of you who know Marilyn, she is very passionate about everything that she does, and so is Marvin. Marvin, you guys have done wonderful things for the Business Professional Association. Do you know, when I was in high school, Marilyn was my tennis coach. Who would have thought, right? You remember those days of coaching tennis? I think it was nobody else wanted to coach it, right? And instead of the team going apart, you stepped in and done that. So, yeah, that's awesome. We go way back, right?
For 8 years.
There you go. No, that was after I graduated. Yeah. No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. No, I was in college drinking at that point. All right, so if the new officers and board members would step forward, please. Oh yeah, and I'll add this too. Wanda Cox, Byerly right there, my teacher in 4th and 8th grade. My might add, 4th and 8th grade. Yes, I did. All right, folks, raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To perform the duties. And uphold the integrity. Of the office. To which I have been elected. I further promise. To promote the purpose. And principles. As outlined in the mission statement. And the Constitution and bylaws. Of the Union County. Business and Professional Association. So help me God. Congratulations.
If anybody wants to see this again, it's on Historic Union County. It's been live streamed all night. So please go to Historic Union County, and there are newspapers on everybody's table. You can take one home. If there's not enough there, there's more at the door.
And Marilyn, I was supposed to make you a plaque for tonight, but I forgot it. So you pretend like that we presented you with the nicest plaque you can imagine, and we will get it to you later. My fault, 100%.
I didn't remind him.
Folks, as far as I know, we are through, and it's been an all except for Wanda, one more dang time. Dang, I said, I didn't say that. I don't care.
She presented me with a certificate that wasn't filled out one time.
Well, we'll see.
She won't let me fill it out.
Well, does that tell you anything?
And that is why Martin is following me as the leader.
Okay, folks, again, as far as I know, we're done. If you're not a member, we want you and we love you, and we really appreciate y'all being here tonight. We're done. Thank you. Whoops. Keith.
We meant to thank them before. Go by and see.
Yeah, go by and see Keith at Pete's and eat there and tell him you were here and his food was great and all that sort of stuff. We love him. He did a great job. Thank you, thank you, thank you.